Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've actually filmed, since I do pre-film a lot, just because I am so busy with my full-time job and also my side jobs of makeup and photography. So I wanted to film this video for you guys because this is something that I love to wear in the summertime. I want something that's going to be foolproof, weatherproof, sweatproof. I'm going to be outside a lot, so I really want my makeup to stay in place. And I'm sorry, but I'm not one of those BB cream type of girls that just wants to put a BB cream on and simple makeup. I'm not that person. If you are, then that's great, but that's just not me whenever I go out. This is something that I do whenever I go out. Obviously not on the regular, but this is something, a very summertime look that I think would be appropriate for the summer when you want to look flawless as can be whenever you're going out to a party, going out for Sunday, for church, you name it. If you want to go to the grocery store, you do you, girl. You do you. But I just think this makeup look is perfect. I love a red lip for the summertime, but I wanted to make it not so Christmassy, so I did a red orangey lip for this look. I think it looks perfect. I love it. I'm gonna wear it out right now. I just think it looks beautiful, and I think a wing liner just looks so perfect with these red lips. I just think it completes the look. I just always imagine red lips with wing liner, and I kind of showed you guys my simple, easy, cheap way to do your liner. So stay tuned if you want to see this full, complete summer makeup look that you're gonna love.
Okay, to first start off with, we're going to use tape just so that way we can make sure our wing liner later is going to be really nice and sharp. This is just going to be a nice guideline, so that way whenever you remove the tape, your eyeliner is going to be sharp enough to cut someone. So now I'm going to be taking my MAC paint pot in soft ochre. I am so in love with this paint pot all over again. I used to own it before, but then it kind of dried out because I left the lid open. But I just think this is such a perfect primer. And then I'm going to be taking the color Salted Caramel from the Too Faced Milk Chocolate palette, and I'm just going to be applying that with just a fluffy brush all over, just to kind of warm up the crease, so that way whenever we go in with a little bit more of a darker color, it's already going to be warmed up and ready to go as a good transition color. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking the color Semi Sweet from the palette, and it's a little bit more of a richer brown. I just like to use this just to deepen up the crease with my Morphe brush. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's a tapered blending brush. And I'm going to be going back with the fluffy brush from Sigma and just applying a little bit more of Salted Caramel just to blend out that look a little bit more. And then I'm going to be taking the NYX Jumbo Pencil and the color Milk, which is pretty much just a white base, so that way whenever I go in with the color Milk Chocolate later, which is a white creamy color, it'll just brighten up the lid area, so that way it doesn't look dark or anything from the dark colors we just applied. Okay, so with my fluffy brush again, I'm just going to go back in with Salted Caramel, which is a very warm tone color, and just really soften up the crease. And then, because you gotta add a little bit more drama, I'm gonna be using a little bit more of this darker brown just to kind of cut my crease a little bit more, make it more defined and chiseled. And then I'm gonna be going in with my Maybelline gel liner. I am so obsessed with this gel liner again. I just recently purchased a new one, so I realized how black and intense it can be, and it's amazing. I like using the tape method because this brush isn't as precise. It's just an angled liner brush, and it's old and it's not really that great. So whenever I remove the tape, it really makes your eyeliner look really sharp enough to cut someone. So that's why I really like using the tape, and I even like using it on clients as well. Okay, so now just applying your favorite mascara. I'm just going to be really coating it to make sure my lashes really stand out. And then I'm going to be taking the Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer. I am obsessed with this primer, you guys. The tip to using this primer is to really press it into your skin, so that way your pores are like no longer even there. So I just like pressing it. I don't like rubbing it or dragging it too much. And then I'm going to be using the EX1 Foundation with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I just really love this combination together. And a helpful tip that I just learned is just try adding just a drop of oil to any foundation that you love already, and it's going to give you a very luminous summer glowy look to your foundation, and it's just going to look flawless, and it's going to really stay a lot better on your skin. So I just love this. It's in a little extra step, but I just think it looks so beautiful on the skin. And then I'm just going to be taking my e.l.f. flat brush, and I'm just going to be buffing that into my skin. I just love how seamless this looks, and I'm going to be spraying it with a little bit of my MAC Fix Plus, so that it gives me a little extra dew to my skin, because it's all about that summer JLo glow, right? Okay, and don't forget to blend down your neck as well, so that way you don't see where the foundation starts and where your skin is. Next, I'm going to be using my two favorite concealers, the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind as well as the MAC Prolongwear concealer. I like laying it down first with the MAC Prolongwear because homie has some dark under eye bags and I really need to cover that up with a more full coverage. And then I like the Maybelline one to just brighten up my eye look a little bit more. It gives me more of a lifted effect because it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, and the MAC Prolongwear one is kind of just exactly my skin tone. So yeah, I'm just going to be buffing that in with the e.l.f. brush as well, the same brush that I use for my foundation because I think it blends a lot better. And next I'm going to be taking the RCMA cream foundation palette. I love using this on clients, and I also am going to be dabbing a little bit of the argan oil. Actually, this is not argan oil, this is jojoba oil. I'm going to be dabbing a little bit of that on there, and it just blends so much better whenever I use an oil on the cream versus not using an oil. It just gives your skin just this glow like you can't even imagine. I wish you could see it in person because it looked amazing. So now I'm going to be taking my beauty blender and just blending that out so it looks really airbrushed. And I like using a cream for the summertime because it really stays a lot better. And then I like to use powder on top to really just kind of set that cream. Okay, this wouldn't be my tutorial if I did not bake a little bit under the eye because I am obsessed with baking under the eye now. I feel like no setting powder works as great as baking your under eye because it just really locks and loads your under eyes, and you're not going to look tired at all later on, and your concealer is not going to crease. I just think this extra step for the summertime really makes your makeup bulletproof. So now I'm just going to be applying my Milani Glow Bronzer. I'm going to be applying it with my Morphe angled brush. This is more of a lighter coverage for your bronzer, but it gives your skin such an airbrushed look because it doesn't apply so much product. And then I'm just going to be spraying my face with a little bit of Max Fix Plus, just that way it looks a little bit more dewy. And I like doing this because right before it dries, I add a little bit of highlight on there and it gives your skin this very foiled look. I'm going to be using the MAC Oh Darling highlight. I just have been obsessing over this highlight lately. It's a beautiful white gold highlight, and I just think it looks really nice because I don't want too much going on, and I really want it to look tied in with this look because it's a very warm look. So now I'm going to be taking MAC and Nylon just to highlight my inner corner. No matter what look I do, I always do this, and I like to apply it to my Cupid's bow and a little bit to my nose to really give me a glowing effect. I'm all about that glow life lately. My husband doesn't understand the glow life. The key to wearing a bold lip during the summertime is to wear something that's going to be matte and last all day long. So I'm just going to be lining my lips with this Jordana lip liner, and I'm not really sure the name of it, but it's the only red one that they have at Walgreens. I love these because they're super inexpensive, and I have them in a couple different shades. So I love Jordana lip liners, and they're so creamy. And then I'm going to be taking the color Succulent and the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lippy. This is a very reddish orangey color. I think it looks perfect for the summertime because it's a lot more brighter than the other reds that I have, and it stands out so much better on tan skin. I just think it looks so beautiful, and it doesn't look like a Christmas red lip. The last step is optional. You can just apply a little bit of highlight to your collarbone and your shoulders. I think it gives you a very glowy look. I love doing this for my clients whenever they're wearing something strapless, and I just love how the look came together. It's so summery and beautiful.
So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you guys liked it. I am so in love with this look. I don't know why I didn't do this look any sooner because I think it actually is amazing. I was inspired to do this red lip because I'm in this Southwest Florida's makeup beauty kind of group, and they always post different ideas for the week to get inspired by. And this week I never ever participate, but this week I actually wanted to film something and participate by snapping a picture and including it in the group. So that's why I was inspired by this week's red lip, and I thought what better way to do it than the summertime and just really give you guys a makeup that's gonna last all day in the heat and also be very bronzy and glowy. There's no contour going on. I just wanted it to be just very glowy. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye!